Greetings, groupies. I've just been running some tests on my latest project, and I thought I'd take this take this opportunity to show off a little bit of what I've been doing. Now, what you see at the moment isn't quite what I'd like to be showing off. I've broken a few things recently, as you can see here. Basically, what happened was I had my terrain generator going fairly well. I was, kind of happy with it, except I had this really, really ugly sea texture that you can see here. It pops up a few places where there's stagnant water, and it just didn't look very good at all. So I decided to replace it with this Unity water, which is very, very pretty and has, it's got different alpha maps sliding over it to give it this sort of Ripley effect, and wow, very pretty. Much prettier than my that. Anyway, the only problem is that it causes some problems here and there when because it's a separate entity from the terrain itself. You get a few math errors. If you can see around the edges there, it's a little bit jumpy and jaggy. And sometimes, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it happen, but sometimes you can kind of see the ugly old water through this water, and it kind of, doesn't look so great. But no, it's not happening for me. Anyway, what I have been working on recently, before I get to what exact tests I've been running today, is getting the terrain generator to start looking like something that the game might actually feature. It's nowhere near finished, the terrain generator that is, or the game. There you go. There's some of what I was talking about before. Very, very ugly. I've got a fair idea how I'm going to fix that, but I couldn't be bothered at the moment. Anyway, the terrain generator will be going through a few more iterations before it's complete. At the moment, it's just kind of doing what's necessary for me to move forward and start putting in some other things. The control system I'll show off for a little bit. It's I'm not sure if Fraps is going to capture my mouse, which I'm pretty sure that it won't, which is a shame because you kind of need to be able to see it when I'm zoomed out to be able to tell where I'm mousing over. But the way that it works is that the camera will move to look at wherever you're mousing over, and that's how you move your camera around. It's all completely controlled by the mouse. Hopefully I'll be able to have it so that there's no keyboard interaction whatsoever unless you're naming a save file or something like that. But in-game, nothing but the mouse. You point where you want to go, and it moves to there. If you want to change your view around, you click in the middle button, and you can change the camera's rotation to look at where you might want to go or get a different angle on something. You can move in and out, zoom in and out by scrolling the mouse wheel. Scrolling it back towards you pulls you towards the terrain, and pushing it away. Pushing it away. You can push it away by scrolling the mouse wheel forwards. There we go. Finally got that out. Now, this kind of at the moment I've got the right button bringing up some menus and whatnot for level editing. These will, at the moment, they're not really doing anything. They don't affect anything in the actual real map. You can't save, and you can't generate a new thing from in here. You can't do anything. It's just for show. But in the game, I'm hoping to allow people to be able to edit their own maps. You'll definitely be able to generate maps, but hopefully you'll also be able to keep the editor in. But I'm having a little bit of trouble flushing the maps because there's a little bit of a delay when that happens, and it's not very nice. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. The mouse control allows you to get nice in and close and track your people around. If you want to watch a particular person or object or something, you'll just click on them, and it'll switch to a different mode where it deliberately follows them, and you can zoom in and out and rotate around, but it'll keep tracking that person until you click away or do something to them, and they go into a house or whatever. Anyway, I'm kind of giving a little bit too much away here, but anyway, and then on the flip side, it also allows you to move across the map quite quickly. So if I zoom out like this, it kind of moves around a little bit faster where I want to look at. And what I can do, if I hold in the middle mouse button, I can freeze the camera, rotate the zoom, and pick out somewhere in the horizon that I want to go have a look at. Say I want to have a look at that the grassy area on top of that sand dune. All I have to do is mouse over it. If you can't see the cursor is over the green bit. And then when I release the middle button, it'll start to move over there fairly quickly. And then when I come closer, I just start pulling the camera in towards the green thing with the mouse wheel, and I'm all of a sudden all the way over here, looking at this from over there. Yeah. Now the features in the terrain map generator thingy could use a little bit of work. Quite honestly, that's quite ugly. It also needs to work on the rivers and streams and whatnot, and make them a little more coherent and interesting to look at and interesting to play around. Now, the tests have been running today. Where are we? Ah, there we go. Placing these trees. There's only one kind of tree at the moment, and these aren't even being managed properly by the game. They're just being stuck in. They are being stuck in procedurally, but only in terms of their placement. They're all, I think, identical at the moment. Just run in and check. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same thing. Yeah. And there's only the one type of tree. They don't have any logic, so they're not going to seed off in other trees. They're not going to grow up into a different form. All that sort of nice stuff that we'll be doing later. It's very, very basic to get the placing right. Also, they're a little bit grid-like at the moment, and that's because they can only spawn in on the edges of the tiles. So as you can see, if I move my cursor in the middle here, whereas you'd normally see all four corners of the tile, you can only see the one that isn't covered by a tree, because they're only spawning in on the corners. That'll be fixed soon enough. Just couldn't be bothered doing the maths for it right yet. And there's a few problems that these tests have kind of shown up. If you can see here. Now getting a little bit closer. There we go. The trees are, well, they don't have a bottom, so I'll have to avoid having them on these kind of slopes. It just doesn't look very nice at all. And well, I mean, on the whole, the tests have worked out pretty well. It was a pain to get working, but yeah, it should be easy enough from here, and nice and quick to the next step, which should be exciting. Except for all the maths. I'm not too happy about the pop-in distance, but yeah, I think it's set at the maximum at the moment, and I'm fairly sure that once I've got all the other crap in there, it's not gonna look as bad as it does at the moment. So yeah, I don't think I'll be going into exactly what the game's about anytime soon. I'll probably be putting up a few more videos when I get more stuff working. But yeah, I've been working on this one for a fair while, so I just kind of wanted to put a little something up, and just for my own sake, really. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.